For years, they told us that the most dangerous threat facing America was white supremacy. They put it in mailers, they put it on billboards, they put it in congressional testimony, they put it in FBI briefings. And they told everyone who would listen that without the Southern Poverty Law Center, the SPLC, standing in the breach, the Klan would be running the country. George Clooney believed them, wrote him $1 million check. Apple's Tim Cook believed them, also wrote him $1 million check. J.P. Morgan Chase wrote them a $500,000 check. And now we're finding out, thanks to a grand jury indictment, that every single dollar of it, every single dollar, was allegedly going straight into the pockets of the very people and organizations that the SPLC told us they were fighting. The new acting Attorney General, Todd Blanche, just showed us precisely what he's made of with one of the most significant takedowns yet. We're witnessing one of the most extraordinary and damning scandals in the history of American civil society, the federal indictment of the Southern Poverty Law Center, the organization that for decades served as the left's premier instrument of reputational destruction against conservatives, Christians, and anyone who dared to disagree with the progressive agenda. And the indictment reveals not just corruption, not just fraud, but something far darker, a deliberate, decade-long scheme to manufacture the very hate they claimed to be fighting, to keep the fire burning so they could keep collecting the money to put it out. And when you see how deep this goes, from Charlottesville to the Biden White House to the targeting of Catholic parents across America, you're going to understand that this was never about fighting hate.
I just want to make sure I understand. You're alleging that the Southern Poverty Law Center was paying the leaders of KKK and other groups to continue their operations? Is that?
I'm not alleging it. The grand jury returned an indictment that says that. And so what the investigation found, according to the indictment that was returned today, is that they were paying. So the Southern Poverty Law Center is raising money, asking folks to give them money to dismantle racism. And over a very long period of time, they were using some of the money they raised from donors to pay to, they called them field, basically to informants, for information, for access, to just pay them for certain, to do certain things. And so, yes, that's exactly what the indictment charges.
All while the SPLC's own website and fundraising mailers screamed, "Help us dismantle white supremacy." Biden actually came out and said repeatedly that he ran for president precisely because of Charlottesville. And now we have a federal grand jury alleging that the SPLC had a paid operative embedded in the leadership chat group that planned the event. That chaotic gathering of protesters and counter-protesters that descended on Charlottesville back in August of 2017 was a concocted event, fabricated to politically damage President Trump and enrich the SPLC in the process. Here's what makes this even more extraordinary. In the immediate aftermath of Charlottesville, when voices on the right raised the possibility that something wasn't right here, that something was clearly staged, that the event had been deliberately agitated, the SPLC led the charge in calling those concerns a, quote, ludicrous conspiracy theory that only proved the dangerous link between the conspiratorial extreme right and the racist alt-right. So, for example, one of the groups that the SPLC stigmatized was none other than TPUSA. Charlie Kirk's organization, a Christian organization, was labeled by the SPLC officially as a hate group. Same with traditionalist Catholics. Same with concerned parents who showed up at school board meetings. The fire they told you they were fighting? Yeah, they were paying someone to light it. It's now the SPLC that's about to find out what it feels like to be on the wrong side of a federal indictment, labeled, exposed, and unable to smear its way out.